From the east of spring's awakening breezes, to the south of summer's passionate heat, to the west of autumn's purifying waters, to the north of winter's regenerative earth, I open this reading by invoking the Muse. O divine Posy, goddess, daughter of Zeus, sustain for us these messages of inspiration. Make this reading live for us in all of its many bearings, O Muse. Hello, beautiful muses. I am back with a new tarot reading. I took last Monday's reading off. I've been on vacation, so there was a little gap between my Monday readings, but I'm back and ready to go again, and feel very revived and excited, and felt very inspired as well to do sort of an angelic message channeled specifically for body, mind, soul, and then sort of an overall angelic message for us. And even though this is a timeless reading, so whenever you come to this is the right time for you to receive this message, I'm sort of downloading these messages with the Pisces full moon that's happening as I'm recording this, even though this will go up a couple days later. So I have 4 stones for you guys to tune into to help you pick your pile, to help you pick the angelic messages that are waiting for you and really beautiful and healing. We've got pile 1 with raw amethyst, really beautiful little piece here. Pile 2, we have a Lemurian quartz. In person, this is a little lighter. It's showing up a little darker on camera, but it's sort of a pinky color. And then we've got a beautiful selenite tower for pile 3. Always a really lovely message from selenite. And then pile 4, we've got rose quartz, a little raw piece of rose quartz, really beautiful. Okay, so those are your 4 piles. I will, like usual, lead you through a breath if that's something you like. If you have your own process, you can just pause and then skip straight to your pile. For those of you staying, take a deep inhale. Hold at the top, right between the brow of the eyes. Suck in a little more to add some pressure there. And then a big out loud exhale. Which will open the crown chakra, invite an inspiration, and feel free to pause here if you want time to do a few of those, or just need some more time to feel into which pile is sort of drawing you in. You'll feel kind of this, not necessarily your favorite rock, but there should be sort of like a pulling sensation or a draw to one of the piles, and that is the one that has your message. All right, I will see you guys in your piles. Hello, pile 1, and welcome to your angelic messages, specifically about body, mind, soul. And then after we do each of those, we will pull a goddess Kuan Yin card for an overall angelic message. So starting with body, I'm going to pull an animal card. That was what I was feeling from that angelic realm of wanting to communicate through the animal, something about your body that they want you to know right now. Frog. So a beautiful time for sort of like rejuvenation, especially being around water. A little bit of relaxation. I feel like your body's needing maybe a little bit of a break. It needs to soak in some rain or a bath or some time next to a pool, some kind of nature water element to really help it regenerate, recharge, refurbish itself. And then let's get an embodiment card, a message to go along with this. Love. I am worthy of love today. I take time to enjoy the love I am. I fill my cup with kind words, gentle presence, and gratitude for my journey. I love all of me. As as love flows in and out through my being, I generously share her medicine with the world. So I feel like taking a beach, putting yourself next to water is something that you can do that's very loving toward yourself, and then you'll be able to internalize that and then start to radiate it out, radiate that love you've given yourself to the outer world. And then we're going to pull a few tarot cards as well, just to get a little bit more context around this. Call on the angels to help us just get a little bit more depth, insight into what's going on here that they are wanting you to know about this message. Ten of Swords. Yeah, there's a mind-body connection going on where, like, mentally, maybe there's been a lot of just exertion, a lot going on in your mind, and it's really coming through your body as time to chill out, time to put yourself next to some water with relaxation to help some of that mental pressure, mental excess sort of wash away, because it's starting to build up in your body a little bit. King of Pentacles, beautiful, and then we'll get one more and then I'll dive a little further in. Wheel of Fortune, beautiful. Yeah, I feel like just a little bit of downtime, putting yourself near water, and if you don't live near any water, natural water sources, just like a bath or, you know, I know we're all trying to be mindful and conserve water, but maybe just for a few days you need to take 2 or 3 showers a day, even if they're short, and just allow that water to just help your mind relax, move any mental excess out, which will then help your body to rejuvenate, help your body to come more to life, let go of some things, and feel the love you have towards your body, doing loving things for your body. And by doing that, you're going to see I feel like this heavy mental pressure that's been going on is like some rewiring, some updates. And when you sort of allow the excess, the strain, the stress, the pressures to wash away, you're going to relax into feeling a new sense of mastery and confidence in how you hold yourself and how your body holds itself. So by treating your body with love due to the mind-body connection and stresses from the mind, by letting your body kind of take over from the mind, relax, letting the waters wash the excess away, the pressures away, rejuvenate it, something in your body will just start to hold itself. The rewiring that's come in will just sort of solidify, feel natural, and you're going to start to carry yourself. And this is a new phase. This is whatever this big rewiring has been, and it might be about body, how you treat your body, but it not necessarily for some of you that might resonate. But it's you've put in a lot of the work, and you need to get out of your mind about it now. Let it be. And a new cycle is coming in where it's just there. You don't have to strive and reach and push anymore for whatever you've been seeking to kind of rewire in you. A new phase is coming, but you need some time to treat your body with love and let some things be more fluid and flow out that are kind of clogged up. And you're this new cycle. As soon as you do that, you're just going to be able to hold yourself with a grounded confidence and authority. So it's really beautiful. So a little bit of work, the angels are sending that message, but as soon as you can kind of relax and start to love your body with that time and space and ease, just like a new sensation will be arriving with that. Okay, let's look at mind now. These were the cards I felt called to use. The Supra deck from Usi is going to be kind of the tone, the general vibe, mentality going on, what you're focused on. Woo! Here we go, threshold. That makes sense. We already saw in the body that you're coming into a new phase. So your mind has been consumed with maybe finding your direction, finding the path, finding the opportunity, that threshold that it's ready to cross. I feel like when we come to those threshold moments, sometimes we have many possibilities and doors to choose from, or just aren't quite sure where to direct ourselves, and it takes us a little bit of time to connect to an impulse and a passion. So I think that's where your mind has been, is like trying to connect into a new kind of passion, a new thing that gives you the impulse to cross into new territory, that asks you to be brave and tread into something new and exciting and unknown to you. And then we're going to get a message from the angels about this through the birds. Falcon. Use your keen perception and skill in making decisions. Do not delay. So that's what I'm feeling, is that threshold is here. If there is some fear holding you back, like we saw with the mind-body connection and the body reading, I'm just feeling the need to say you need to be bold and believe in something that's stressing you out, something that you maybe don't think you're strong enough for, or just sort of procrastinating, crossing some threshold that will really change your life. Your mentality needs to step up to the plate, and you need to use your mind as a tool to take assertive action and do something that helps you to put a foot over this threshold that I think you already know you want to cross. So they're saying you're ready. They're saying it's here and not to delay, and it's go time. So let's see. Let's get a few tarot cards to get a little more context about this. Devil. Eight of Swords. Well, we got 4 cards. Let's just see. Yeah, I feel like that's what I was feeling, is the threshold is there, but something is holding you back. A fear, it's too big, like you feel like it's too big, or you're not big enough for this, not good enough for this. But this threshold that you have your eye sort of on, even if you have hesitation or doubt about it being an actual threshold for you, it's so completely aligned. But there is temptation right now to turn your back on it. You're like maybe too comfortable where you're at, and you're sort of turning your back on this thing, thinking like I'm not big enough for it, or it's too big for me. And so you've kind of become attached to some mentalities that aren't helping you to move forward, helping you to make decisions and not delay. But this is a threshold that is incredibly aligned to your higher purpose, meant for you. You're fully capable of it. And this last card is saying, yeah, it's time to leave the comfort behind. It's time to, instead of turning your back on the opportunity, turning your back on the past and walking. And there may be some really beautiful things that you're having to kind of step away from that are very difficult to do, even though you know what's lying in wait is meant for you, and where your growth is, where your growth lies. And it's time to step towards that and step into this new threshold. see what's out there. It's time to start, growing in new ways is what I'm feeling. And your mentality just needs to kind of let go of some attachments to ideas of you not being big enough or good enough, and also some attachments to just the comfort zone that you're in, because that's not where your growth lies. And there's just something really beautiful, and you have the smarts, you have the intelligence, you have the command of mind you need to really step into your authority on that new threshold. So go for it. Okay, we're gonna do a soul message now. So kind of the higher plane of your journey in life. Enlightenment. It's time to set sail for something. It's totally what I'm feeling. Your soul is ready for an adventure, a journey, for new sights, new scenery, new ideas, new ways of pushing and growing. It's really going to enliven your life, and your higher self, your soul is really ready for it. So a message from the angels about this: Athena, inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Again, so this is saying, like, I think you know what this is about. There's some threshold, some new beginning that I think you want really quite badly. And your soul knows it, your body knows it, your mind knows it. But something is holding you back, and this is just saying it's time. Trust yourself. Trust this new passion, new vision. It's really wide open and brilliant. There's brilliance here in this new threshold for you. So let's get a few tarot cards. Whoops. Oh, we've got two here. 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. Yeah, maybe this is why there's some procrastinate. Whoa, shoot. Sorry. Why there's maybe some reticence and procrastination on being willing to kind of step up to the plate here and go. Give yourself the green light. Is that you've maybe taken chances before, maybe you've been good at the past in terms of really taking risks, following your passions, and have incurred some wounds, some disappointment. Things haven't turned out maybe how you wanted, and I think that's what's holding you back, is just like old stories and programming around this of like it's the same thing. You're not trusting yourself because you've been hurt in the past by doing a similar kind of following your passion type thing. But what I want to say about this is you've learned lessons that will ensure that the same thing doesn't happen again, and that this path is part of your destiny, and you have the strength for it. You're going to gain strength by being on it, and it's really going to plug you into networks and community, and move the material of your life around to help it connect, help it move. You have some very valuable things to offer on this path, and it's one that can bring you a lot of financial benefit. And maybe that's what the disappointment was in the past. This might have to do with business or work. Some disappointments there where things didn't work out. Maybe you were wounded financially by doing this, but you've gained so much strength and wisdom and understanding about who you are, what you're made for, what kind of risks are right for you. And so you need to just trust yourself and go, because you have the strength you need. You've really built a lot of character in yourself, a lot of wisdom in yourself. And this path has some serious material benefit waiting for you. You just need to trust it. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do is pick a Kuan Yin card, and I'm just going to read from the book on that. Let's see, where was I putting these cards? I don't know where I put them. Oh well. And I'm going to draw one card from the Kuan Yin Oracle and read directly from the book a message that she wants to bring, sort of an angelic message from this goddess, kind of putting all of these things together holistically. What is the message that really needs to come through for you? So, Ivory Swan Goddess. Okay, and these are a little bit long, so just sort of buckle in for a minute. Okay, Ivory Swan Goddess. The Ivory Swan Goddess speaks of spiritual grace and purity. The purity of your soul light never fades. Release guilt, shame, judgment, or fear that you are not enough in any way. We can't make that up. Exactly. So that you may realize your beauty, be more of yourself, and shine your divine essence in the world. Do not cast your eyes away from the perception of your own divine inner light in all its purity and radiance. You may find it easier to believe in the illusion of sins and unworthiness than in the truth of your spiritual innocence. Yet, just like the purity, beauty, and grace of the Ivory Swan Goddess, your own soul is luminous, pure, and eternally graceful. You are being asked to recognize the divine energy within you without holding yourself back from unconditional acceptance and regard. It is time to accept your divinity in greater measure, to be present to the pure light within and not try to ignore it, downplay it, or worry that it is not enough. This is exactly what we're seeing through this whole reading. No matter what has happened in your life or what experiences or choices you have made, your soul light is as pure as the divine source itself, because essentially that is what it is. There is no need for spiritual shame or feelings of inadequacy. The light within all of us is exactly the same. We are just in different stages of realizing it. Kuan Yin, Ivory Swan Goddess, wishes to bestow divine grace upon you, beloved soul, to assist your spiritual growth at this important time on your path. And this is, I feel like you're ready for some growth, but some old programming holding you back. For this to occur, you must be willing and able to receive it. As you choose to let shame simply be a feeling and let it go, as you choose to empower judgment, condemnation, as you choose not to empower judgment, condemnation, or criticism of the self by you or by any other, you are walking the path of remembering the essential soul purity of all beings. This is a peaceful and joyful path. You became capable of seeing the God and Goddess shining out at you in the most unlikely of people, situations, and experiences. You are opening to receive the grace that beloved Kuan Yin wishes to share with you now to help you live more joyfully in such a state of spiritual remembrance. Allow her to bless you with her grace as you remember the spiritual purity of your own being, free from taint, judgment, and flaw. All right. I mean, that's exactly what sort of came through in the reading. It's time to believe in yourself, to love yourself, to feel worthy of this threshold, this new cycle, this new beginning that's just waiting for you to embrace it, step onto this new path. It's waiting for you. So, all right, that's where I'm going to leave you, Pile One. Beautiful reading. Would love to hear what this new threshold might be for some of you, and good luck stepping onto it with courage and grace and beauty and trust. All right, see you in another reading. Hello, Pile 2. If this is you guys, you picked this beautiful Lemurian quartz, kind of this really interesting, lovely pink color. We are going to channel in some angelic messages through all sorts of different cards, things like animals and goddesses. And we are going to start with a message about body. Let's see through these animals what comes through that the Angelic Realm wants you to see, understand. I'm feeling this card. Ooh, the owl. Something very intuitive, channeling in through your body, trusting your body right now. Let's see what a message is from this embodiment soul that they think might help you to understand what the owl is saying. Sweat. Okay, sweating is one of the most beneficial practices for all of the body's functions. In a world overridden with toxins, sweating is vital for detoxification and overall health. What is an invigorating and an enjoyable way of allowing my body to sweat? Today I will move until I sweat. Try an infrared sauna, a hot bath, or even a cycle class. Yes, I love this. So maybe there's some toxins built up in your cycle that is, or in your body, sorry, that is preventing you from being fully in tune with your body's wisdom, your body's intuition, and that's a huge strength that you have. Your body is incredibly wise and you're very tapped into it, but there are some things that you're needing to do to kind of purify it, cleanse it, get some blockages out so you can get back to a natural sort of connection from this very wise body intelligence, I feel like what it is. Okay, let's pull a few tarot cards to get some extra context here from the angels. I'm gonna do upright, so the star, beautiful. Ace of Pentacles, yep. Woo. And 10 of Cups. This is so beautiful. Yes, I want to say that the body intelligence you have and your ability to connect to it and listen to it and use it in your life is something that really gives you a lot of hope, a lot of fresh insight, a lot of faith in life. And there's new growth happening here, and that's why it's time to, it's sort of like in spring when like the grass shoots are starting to come up or flowers or something. You really need to rake out all the dead life that is blocking it from having a clear path and an ease of coming up. And so that's what this sweat is talking about. It's not necessarily that you've let something go. It's just like a new cycle is coming in. So you need to, just sweat some toxins out, because some rebirth in your body and your energy and your vitality is ready to kind of be revived, but it's needing some old cycle to be sweat out of you, and just a lot of beauty ready to come through with that. So by doing that work, that owl energy you have in connection to your body is just bringing a lot of ease, a lot of flow, a lot of deep love and connection with and through your body. That's a gorgeous reading. So just, do some things to sweat out the old and allow sort of a new cycle that's really gorgeous to come in and help you to reconnect to your body intelligence. Gorgeous. Okay, we are going to look at mind now and see what the angels want to bring through here. So this pile is going to kind of show maybe where your mentality is focused, what things are kind of in your mindset, on your mind, in your mind. Psyche, okay, interesting. And that totally also relates to what we saw with the owl in your body, is maybe doing some deep inner work, intuitive work, really digging down into the depths to understand archetype and story and patterns of behavior that you haven't been completely conscious of. So becoming more conscious through digging about unconscious things, which just helps to uproot and bring new vitality in. So let's see a message about this. Inherent wisdom is emerging at this time. Watch it and ready yourself for a rebirth. Totally. I love this. This is gorgeous, you guys. You're on a very, very intuitive journey, I feel like, right now. And really, yeah, uprooting anything that's created blocks and really seeing some of your unconscious patterns and behaviors for the first time in a new way that's really giving you so much wisdom and ability to kind of rebirth, resurrect some aspect of yourself. Let's get a little bit more context about this. 9 of Cups, yeah. Beautiful. Wish fulfillment. Let's get the other 2 cards before I'm always impatient and start interpreting the tarot before I get all of them out. Wow. Yeah, I mean, you have the High Priestess coming out here. It's really, really just fully time to trust your intuition, to trust that inner sight that you're keying into, that you're starting to witness. And it's helping you to find some sort of key in mind, in your mentality, that is going to unlock some wish fulfillment for you. So really, yeah, trust your intuition, look inward, notice, what's deep within. Try to see certain patterns. There's a key in there. And it's just going to unlock something. You may not know what it's about to unlock, but there is a key down there for you. And what it does unlock is just really fruitful, really just made of like dreams and stardust and dreams. Here we've got the stardust here and kind of a dreaminess in the other cards. Yeah, so there is a key. Whatever you're doing right now, just keep doing it. You're like on the right track, and you're really close to finding a key that will rebirth you into something just gorgeous. So keep digging deep with your mind. That's what's coming through. Okay, let's look at soul now. So this is sort of higher purpose, higher self, growth on this incarnation or this journey you've got, community, beautiful. Okay, now let's look at the message, through the goddesses from the angels. Yeah, gorgeous. Leap of faith, Anya. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. I love this. So I feel like there's some key, looking at the last category with the mind, and there being a key with doing work deep in your psyche. I feel like that key may have something to do with the right alignment with community, whether that's general feeling a part of where you live, or it could be about friendships or work communities. But the deep digging you're doing, there's a key to some sort of community that is going to give you just like the right hope, the right impulse and excitement to jump into action around something, to really open your heart and leap. Really beautiful. So I think like you're on the right track. All the stuff you're doing with mind and body, sweating out toxins, uprooting patterns of behavior. It's all leading to this really beautiful soul work, soul growth of opening to something through community or toward community. Yeah, gorgeous. Let's get a little more context. Six of Cups. Temperance, beautiful, and the Moon. Okay. So, yeah, thinking back, I feel like the psyche work is important to your soul's growth right now that we just saw in that last category we drew cards for, in terms of working with your psyche, witnessing patterns and behaviors you haven't maybe seen accurately until now. There's a lot that you're clearing up in terms of your soul work. Inner child work may need to be done in terms of that psyche work, revisiting, you know, the past, which could come with some positive nostalgia, but also some ways of reviewing how certain patterns got established or enculturated into you, and really clearing up some confusion of maybe why certain emotions plague you, or why certain confusions around circumstances have been hard in terms of soul growth you've needed. But I feel like you're on the right track, you're doing the right kind of work, but this is just extra clues to dive into some inner child work, to review your childhood and review the communities and cultures and norms that kind of got embedded into you, and illumination is going to come from this, new keys that's really going to open you up, and a new flow of just really understanding your patterns and your behaviors, and knowing how to direct them, how to channel them, how to cultivate and curate much healthier, much better flow in your life. And there's something here about community that is really unlocking in you. So it's either about being part of community that's unlocking in you, or because of being in community, it's unlocking something in you. But yeah, you're on the right path. This is what I'm feeling from the angels. You're on exactly the right path, doing this deep digging. And it really, there's a key here for you. It's really going to unlock something that makes you feel just like this, arms up, leap, heart open, just feeling a certain divinity and grace and beauty and ease about taking risks, about leaping, about having faith. So just ready to put into action. So beautiful. Okay, so I am now going to pick one Kuan Yin card as a final angelic message, kind of the overall message that the angels are trying to bring through here. And I'm going to read directly out of the book for this. So I do want to say buckle in a little because they're sort of long descriptions, but they're so beautiful, and in the pile one, it could not have been a more aligned message. So it'll be interesting to see what comes through for you guys. Veil of Shadows. Okay. And that's, here, I'll hold this up for you guys to see a little better. Really beautiful. All right. All right. A lotus blossoms with deep, rich mud into which she plunges her roots and draws great nourishment. From this mud, made of water and earth, Growth happens and great beauty is revealed. Your soul lotus thrives through depth of emotion and aliveness of your body, into which she can plant herself and unfold as a lotus of light. Your soul lotus is blossoming, just like a plant that outgrows the pot in which it has been planted and requires more soil to spread its roots and continue growing. Your soul lotus needs some more mud, some more water and earth energy so that it can grow and shine. And that's so fitting that, it's feeling like we said in the that body category that like a new cycle is coming, and it's time to, it's like sweat out the toxins, do what's needed to help nourish the roots of what's feeding in order to grow, in order for this new cycle to come. In the spiritual worlds, all things serve everything, including our darker emotions and parts of our bodies that we may not think are acceptable. So this is the psyche work. They are actually good nourishment for our soul. The soul craves to love and be in love with all parts of you. Like a passionate divine lover, it wants to hold nothing back and become completely spiritually intimate with all aspects and all parts of you, whether you have thought they were lovable or not. This can be challenging because it can feel extremely uncomfortable to visit and consciously engage with those aspects of our personality and our bodies that we have yet to really love and accept. Yet this is what you are guided to embrace now. This process might be started by taking a class or engaging in a physical practice that honors the shadow part of you. If you have considered yourself an introverted person, it might be to begin to honor your counter side of this, the part that needs community and people in order to thrive. And we saw that with community. There's something about your growth, the growth of your soul coming up that's really connected to community. If you consider yourself a quiet person, you might need to explore how you can find joy through sound, music, and energy, for example. If you consider yourself a passionate person, you could benefit from finding the part of you that is peaceful and content in the moment with things exactly as they are right now. This interplay isn't about saying that who you are is now not enough. It is about acknowledging that you are the things you believe. The interplay isn't about saying that who you are now is not enough. It is about acknowledging that you are that thing you believe you are not, and finding a way to live it with consciousness and love. It is about delving into the parts of you that have been hidden in the veil of shadows, the psyche, and are now becoming ready to be revealed and lived as part of the beautiful and whole being that you are in truth. So some of that psyche work now is feeling like it's a lot about, maybe you already know certain patterns and behaviors you have, but there's judgments on them, and so it's going into change your perspective and perceptions of these parts of you, and find ways to embrace these parts of you and really bring them out to shine, even if they're not in what you were taught or cultural expectations, things that are desirable. I think there's community out there that finds something about you desirable that right now you have weird judgments about. So yeah, beautiful psyche work and finding the right place to unleash parts of yourself that really haven't fully been able to be unleashed before. So in particular, this oracle asks you to look at where you can nourish your emotional and physical life with more focus, perhaps through art, creativity, journaling your dreams, creating collages, or engaging in dance or other forms of movement. Your spirit needs it to thrive at this time. Beautiful. So yeah, I think this is all about sort of a resurrection, becoming more familiar with loving towards certain parts of yourselves that you or certain people haven't accepted in your life, and really doing some deep inner work to understand why this is in you and why it's important in you, and really respecting these parts of yourself, and enough to find the communities where these parts of yourself are really encouraged and can thrive and grow, which is, I think, what your soul is. These are the areas your soul is needing to grow in right now. And so it's, some tough work to kind of embrace some of this stuff that you may have judgments or weird associations toward that are inherent in you. But it's time to, find, move yourself in order to connect to these, and then that movement will lead to where you can move these things out in the world. Beautiful reading, you guys. I love this. Good luck on working with this aspect of self that's really ready to blossom like the lotus. I feel like you're down in the mud with it right now, where lotuses kind of go through the mud and then they come up and blossom. And so you're seeing the muddy aspects of it right now, but that's in order for you to blossom. And so good luck with this beautiful work. It may feel a little muddy right now, but just great beauty and growth is coming. And that's where I'm going to leave you guys. If this resonated, I always appreciate a thumbs up. It definitely helps me to know what you guys are connecting with, as well as helps my algorithm. Definitely subscribe if you're not. I love reading for all of you, anyone, everyone. And comments are always fun to peruse if there's specific things that jumped out for you guys. All right, see you in another reading. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your angelic messages. If this is you guys, you picked this beautiful selenite tower. I always think of sort of a softness and a gentleness with the selenite, so maybe we'll have a message coming through that's very soft and gentle, but we'll see. We'll see what the angels bring in. So we are going to focus on 3 categories and ask the angels to bring messages, first around body, and then around mind, and then around soul, and then at the end we're going to pull one Kuan Yin goddess card as a message from the angels, an overarching kind of general message that sort of holds court over all the things. And so far in both of the, reading 1 and reading 2, those messages were really profound and spot on in terms of themes we had already picked up on. So we'll see what comes out here. Okay, we've got elk for you guys. Wow, so very kind of responsible paternal energy from the elk. And focus. So I feel like your body may feel quite strong right now, quite focused, strong, resilient. Let's read this focus card. Where have I been directing my focus? Is what I give my focus to worthy of my attention? When distractions arise, how can I create an anchor to keep myself rooted in my vision? As I set my focus on what I am desiring to create, I can be confident that all distractions will lose their appeal. So really beautiful. I always think of the elk as really strong, really strong, wise, stable characters. So when we're talking about body, I feel like this may be a focus right now for you on strengthening your body, focusing on body, finding stability in body. But there may be other things sort of pulling at your attention that are distracting from this a little bit. And this is the angels coming through to say this is a right thing and a beautiful thing for you to focus on. So keep your focus on strengthening your body, on making it stable, on loving it enough to really give a lot of priority over to body, and making it as strong and beautiful and supporting of, a body that can support you, no matter, and this is going to be relative for everyone. So wherever your health is now and whatever you've been working on, you have the potential to grow in strength and stability and body to, a higher place than it's ever been before, maybe since you were, very young. So that's what it's saying. Of course, we all have different issues with body. So this is all relative to where you are now, but you have the potential, if you give the focus, to really get it to, just a strong, stable, amazing place for who you are and where you're at the moment. So let's get a little bit of context here. But you have to come to terms with being okay with this being a focus, being a priority, in order for this to really grow in the way it wants to. Okay, whoops. 5 of Wands. Yeah, some strategy needed here. Queen of Wands. Vibrancy growing. And 2 of Wands. Really finding your plan, your aim, your targets. But yeah, it's beautiful. A little bit of strategy, a little bit of, focus, strategy, making plans will go a long way. Really giving some focus to this area of your life is going to move your energy from stasis into vibrancy and really make you feel hopeful and passionate and finding new sort of targets, new possibility, new connection to life and possibility through this. So a really encouraging message, and it's saying you just need to you already know this, but I think there's just like a little bit of you that's like, am I being selfish right now? Or, there's other things I should be doing, or other focuses. And this is saying this can be given priority, and by you acknowledging that, either in writing or out loud, giving yourself permission to really put the majority of your focus here, just like so much will come from that investment. Okay, let's see what the angels want to tell us about mind right now. This deck is going to show us sort of where your mentality is, area of focus. Myth. Interesting. And then let's see the message about myth. Goose. Your dreams and desires are calling you to action. The journey begins today. Oh, I love this. I feel like you're about to set off on some sort of almost like a hero's type journey, where ups and downs and challenges and victories are going to etch themselves into the story of your life. And this is, something that's been in your dreams, something that you are desiring right now. And so maybe this is why, at least for the time being, I think energy needs to be focused on the physical domain. It's really strengthening and stabilizing things around body so that you have the strength and the stamina to jump into a desire and dream that's calling you, that's going to really take you on sort of an epic an epic adventure of sorts. So I feel like I'm looking at this myth, and I to me it's sort of like stories being etched into you. But I also am getting the feeling of like, because this is such a physical etching, that you're preparing right now for it. And it's a lot about body preparation at the moment. So maybe you're even someone that's like training for a marathon or something like that. It doesn't have to be that physically centered, but just as an example. And it's, a big adventure you're going on, and it's part of that journey is the training. It's very physical. Or maybe part of this adventure you're going on is something that's going to demand a lot of physical focus. Or you may just be needing to focus a little time up front before you adhere to this calling on really strengthening in whatever way is possible for you, your physical body. Okay, we've already pulled these. Let's get some tarot cards to get a little more context. Call on the angels to show us anything else about this. 5 of Pentacles. Okay. King of Swords. Knight of Pentacles, beautiful. Okay, so yeah, this journey is really whatever this journey means to you, and for most of you, I feel like you already have an idea of what this might mean. One of what the call is about in your soul to step into this journey, to open to a new adventure, is certain values in your life, certain things that you have valued, certain ways you've valued yourself have kind of fallen flat. You've sort of lost connection to what you have been valuing about your life, and you're just ready to kind of shake things up and put yourself through some big leap that will sort of force you to go into a mode of needing to respond to new things in life, which will start to show you where new values, where a new connection to what you love and connect with physically about life and materially about life. It's going to help you to kind of let go of the things you're no longer really valuing anymore, and helping you to connect to realize what it is that you're growing towards wanting to value and develop as values in you and have valued about you. So sometimes it takes, sort of shaking our life up a little bit, putting ourselves into new circumstances, into events that fill over our head, to help us shake off the old and recognize what new things are sprouting up in us. And this journey, especially in mind, your mentality about your values, whatever journey you kind of set off into, it feels very epic and myth, because of the myth quality, it's very epic. You're really going to find a certain mastery in terms of your mentality, and a certain authority in terms of your mentality that you're going to start to value in a whole new way, and it's really going to open up areas of expansion materially. So you're moving from like shaking off old ways of valuing, old ways of aligning your mind to values, putting yourself through some sort of epic journey, and finding a certain mastery that allows you to push and expand and broaden your horizons in terms of your values, and really cultivate a whole new quality of value in your life and really steward and nurture and cultivate something amazing. So a huge connection to mind and values going on right now, and by saying yes and thinking positively about calls to action and calls of your heart into things that are going to take you on journeys, literally or metaphorically. It's just really going to reconnect you to new values that you're going to connect with so much that you're going to master very quickly. So really cool. Okay, and this last kind of main category type work, we're going to look at soul and see what messages the angels want to bring forward here. Excuse me, I just need some water. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Love. And a message about this. Saraswati. Express yourself through creative activities. So this to me feels a lot more about self-love, loving yourself enough to be expressive both in body and mind that we read before. Loving yourself enough to allow yourself the freedom to create, the freedom to trust your creative process, the freedom to be seen for your creativity. There's something that really wants to blossom in your soul here. I love, I've got some flowers going on, and then this card, and she's sitting in like flowers everywhere. And oh, we've got the lotus here too. It's beautiful. Which showed up in another reading anyway. Super beautiful. So I think your soul is really ready to grow through love. I'm definitely feeling like, especially in body, it's like self-love to allow your body to be a focus and really love it, and love in your mind in saying yes to things that before maybe you felt restricted around or not big enough to say yes to, and push your boundaries. And I think, well, just like both of these things will really open the floodgates of expression that wants to flow out of you, because this is where your soul wants to grow. It really just wants to express, but there's, Okay, let's get a little bit more context through the tarot about this, see what the angels want to bring forward. Look at all this lotus energy. So 9 of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the Magician. Beautiful. Love this. Okay, so 9 of Wands wants you to look back on journeys you've already been through, to register and prepare for the journeys ahead. So in life, you've probably already gone on some epic. So we saw on that myth card how he was etching that stone, and it already had a lot of etchings in it. So I think you've already been through a lot of journeys on your lifetime, and it's a beautiful time right now to take stock of the past, to recall and even write about the different battle wounds and strengths and victories and losses that you incurred on different journeys. And there's a lot of wisdom to be gleaned from reviewing some past journeys. And it's really reviving your heart to say yes to love yourself enough to say yes to this. I think it's a creative journey that you're being asked, or that you're feeling called to engage in. So reviewing past journeys, writing about it, I think it's really going to reconnect you to that energy of opening up to the unknown, of opening up to something that's really going to push you and challenge you, and being like, yeah, I've had victories, I've had losses, I've had battle wounds, and I'm still happy that I went on these journeys. They gave me the wisdom I have, and it's really going to reinvigorate your heart to say yes to this, to love yourself enough to say yes to some sort of creative journey that you're being called on, and to open up to it and to start expressing yourself. And this last card, the Magician, is saying that you have all of the resources you need. You have all of the internal mechanisms you need and external mechanisms you need to really manifest on this journey. And your soul is much more capable, much more magical, much more what's the word I'm looking for? Not intricate, but like maybe intricate and intriguing and surprising than you realize. I think there's more magic in you than you have any idea. And it's only by saying yes to this journey that you're really going to see sort of these amazing capabilities that are already within you and ready to manifest. I think you're going to shock yourself, and your soul is really calling to you that it's time to step into this. It's time to step up to the plate and answer the calling you're feeling. So beautiful, you guys. Let's see what our last message is from Kuan Yin. Has an angelic message for us, and I'm going to read directly from the book on this one. They are such beautiful messages, and so far they've really resonated with the themes of the readings. But buckle in a little because they are long messages, but they're worth listening to. They're just so beautiful, and yeah. So let's see what you guys get. Nope. Waiting for just a very special Kuan Yin to come out. She's this one. Reveal the peacock beauty. All right. Hold this up for you guys to see. Really gorgeous card. And I love, similar to Sarasvati, she's got an instrument here. So again, the expressiveness coming out. Let's see. Okay, the beauty of the peacock is breathtaking, with stunning lush color unfolding in graceful and proud display. You too are a great beauty, beloved. Within you resides a glorious divine being, a beautiful light, with an ability to create as your divine birthright. Totally, you're being called on a journey of expression. I really feel it. The peacock beauty speaks to you of your creative energies rising to sublime, inspired new levels as you are accessing the power of your throat chakra for higher creation. Your intentions, decisions, and particularly your words are becoming more powerful. Enjoy the wise use of this growing creative potency to express the beauty within you, asking for divine blessing on all your plans, projects, and words. The peacock beauty can silence us with her sheer magnificence, reminding us of the power of genuine beauty to bring us into peace and harmony within. There is a stirring within you to create greater beauty in your life, to honor the creative ability that you have to express with such sublime feelings that reside within you. As the soul grows spiritually, the creative energies begin to rise from the sacral chakra to the hips and pelvis to the throat chakra, where they can be translated into sound and made manifest. That is something that's resonating to me about that elk that came through in the physical thing. I'm wondering if, because there's such a creative journey vibe here, is if the movement and the focus on the physical you're needing is to strengthen that sacral area. So like dancing, hip movements, yoga that opens that area, stretches that open that area, but generally just like getting flow, blood flow, energy flow, chi flow going through your body to help move this expressiveness coming into you. Okay. Okay. As the power of the throat chakra grows, our urge to express ourselves in a uniquely creative way can become strong. This creativity is the voice of the soul wishing to manifest itself in the physical world. The power of your soul is starting to flow through your words and plans. The best way to use this power wisely is to decide that what you speak, choose to do, or intend to create will be in alignment with the divine beauty that is present in your heart. The peacock beauty, Kuan Yin, in her graceful expression, urges you to follow what is truly beautiful to your heart and know that this will bring harmony within you and into the world most freely. This oracle is also an indicator that whatever project, plan, or purpose you have been contemplating is in alignment with the higher creativity of your soul. Don't worry if the details aren't unfolding as you thought that they would. It is always wise to be clear with your intentions and surrender the details to the universe so that they can unfold according to a vision greater than our own. All you need to do is have faith and follow your intuition to take the steps that you feel heart inspired to take, and to have patience and trust in yourself and in the universe. Kuan Yin, divine peacock beauty, is blessing you now with her compassion and grace, helping you let go of fear or doubt about your own ability to create, whether it be music, writing, healing, a healthier body, or a clearer mind. These desires within you are already in process of being created. Don't give up, but do let go. Allow the beauty within to find its expression now, beloved. It is time for your inner beauty to shine. So I love that connection. I am feeling that, like, when you release your doubt and really step into this journey, a message coming through to me about that physical domain is that you will become physically more stable and strong and present and commanding by releasing your expression and saying yes to the callings. Maybe there's some stuck energy in your body because you've been holding back in your creative energies, and by releasing them, there's a certain focus in your physical body that also kind of regenerates and moves and strengthens. So that is the last message for this pile. Such a beautiful reading. I'm so excited that you have this beautiful, creative, epic journey calling to you. I definitely am feeling that there's something amazing you have to both witness about yourself as well as give to the world. So hopefully you guys step up to that calling, and I'd love to hear in the comments if any of you know what that might be already. And this is where I'm going to leave you. If this reading resonated, I always appreciate a thumbs up. It helps me to know what you guys are liking, as well as helps the algorithm. And definitely subscribe if you are not yet. I love reading for anyone and everyone. And so that's it. And I will see you guys in another reading. Welcome, Pile 4, to your angelic messages reading. If this is you guys, you picked this beautiful raw rose quartz. I feel like it sort of matches our peachy rose. I'm going to put that right here. So we are going to channel some angelic messages about body, mind, and soul, and then get a closing overall message through the Kuan Yin Goddess Oracle, through the angelic. This is all through the Angelic Realm, but they are talking to us through different cards and animals and goddesses and whatnot. So we're going to start off with a message about body, something that the Angelic Realm would love for you to know or focus on or better understand or see more clearly, whatever. And see what animal they want to bring forward. Oh, I have this ripped card that I always mean to take out. It's just not aesthetically pleasing. Ooh, peacock, I love it. Gorgeous. Definitely something sort of assimilating in terms of expression and allowing yourself to be in the spotlight a little bit. Artfulness. Follow. Okay, let's read this real quick. It says, what movements, leaders, and thoughts have I been following? What has their influence how has their influence impacted my life? Is there a need to challenge the things I am being influenced by? I choose to be a conscious follower and to walk alongside inspiring and heart-centered leaders while also honoring my truth. So really interesting pairing for the physical, for the body realm. I think you need to look at, like the things, especially people who are inspiring you, or movements, causes that are inspiring you right now, and use your body to assimilate those messages and use instinct to know if these things are right for you to follow. Are they aligned with your truth? And the peacock is showing that you do have a lot of body intelligence here, a lot of eyes, a lot of ability to see the meaning behind things. And even though we don't understand body intelligence in sort of a logical way, this is saying your instincts will really help you to know which things, which people, which causes are kind of aligned to your truth and honoring who you are. So don't follow just to follow. Really check in with your body, and if it's constricting or expanding to things, notice that, Sometimes our peer groups or our family are really on board with, a certain celebrity or doctor in the spotlight, or podcast, or a cause, or a politician, or a movement, and it can be so easy to feel like we need to do what the people we surround ourselves with are doing because it's important to them, so it should be important to us. But notice how your body reacts, because we can only give so much attention to things in our lives, and not everything is aligned to our personal vibration, even if it's resonating with so many people around us. So just notice with your body what your body is wanting to give its energy and attention to. It will tell you. But I feel like that message is coming forward for a reason for a lot of you, of like really needing to pay attention to how your body is reacting to things you think you should be following and a part of and engaged in, and responding to that appropriately when it's opening up to things, and you feel a smile come across your face, or a beat in your heart that's exciting, that's the time to step in even more. But if you're kind of like, shrugging your shoulders back or hunching your back or taking a step back, constricting your breath, whatever it is, even if it's something that aligns with you, if your body's doing something that kind of is shirking away, don't ignore that. It doesn't mean that you can't support whatever this thing is. It's just maybe not for your energy right now and for your attention right now, and maybe it's just totally not right for you. Okay, let's get a little bit of, these cards just flew out. That hasn't happened yet in a pile. A little bit of context from the tarot. Three of Pentacles, King of Wands, Queen of Swords. Again, with the Three of Pentacles, this is a lot of teamwork stuff, so you really need to be listening to your body with what you agree to be a part of, where there's a collective or a collaboration or a group or something, like whatever you're following. This message is coming out for a reason, so I feel like there's some things that you're either not saying yes to that are very aligned to you, or that you're just kind of going along with, but maybe actually you're not having a great reaction to. And whatever this is, it's going to take a lot of your energy physically, so you need to really listen to your body's responses to things. You have a lot of creative mastery and command to give in just how you physically present yourself. People want to listen to you just because of your, how you carry yourself is a big deal, and that's something that you can really lend to these groups, to whatever is going on around this energy. So again, making sure that because people want to look to you, you're kind of a leader, making sure you're really aligning to the right group things. And also, you have two royalty here, the King of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So you're very sharp too. You have intelligence. You may sometimes be indecisive in mind, and that is why the peacock is showing up here around this, is that your body is not indecisive. Your body has very much so assimilated and integrated and has things to say. So in mind, when you're wishy-washy, unsure, listen to your body. But once you do know, the sharpness of the Queen of Swords knows exactly, it has no qualms about saying yes and no, or cutting cords, or saying what needs to be said. It's just that sometimes she has a hard time getting off the fence or weighing the pros and cons. But by listening to the body, you know the answer, and when you know the answer, the Queen of Swords knows exactly mentally and logically what to do with that. So that is what's coming through on the realm of body. Very beautiful, really, really intelligent body, you guys. Okay, let's move over to mind. All right, so this deck is going to show us sort of what your mind is focusing on. Ooh. Individuation. That makes sense. When we saw the body read, there's something you just need to, I feel like right now, really stand up for yourself about, really be individual, be independent in your assertions and what you contribute to, what you're aligned with. You just need to listen to yourself and kind of stop the outside chatter of what's important. Really listen to your own individual passions and hearts, and there's something really specific to you that I think you're supposed to be doing right now. And just really cutting out the outside chatter in order to connect with that better. Heron. Let go of convention and follow your own unique path. You can't make this up. This is all over this reading. There's something very, independent, individual, unique for your own path, and following the crowd, listening to opinions, chatter, what everyone else is doing. You need to shut that down, because in order to really hear that calling from within, your own unique calling, you need a little bit of space from that energy of the outside world to know where you're meant to be putting your energy right now, because it's very unique to you. Okay, Justice, the Emperor. We've seen this all over this reading so far. You're a very commanding person. You have a lot of strength, and I think that's why right now this might be a challenge, is I think you're a very desirable person to recruit for group things, for causes, because you have such a strength of character and a command. And so maybe there's like a lot of things pulling at you right now, and you kind of need to cut the cords a little bit and step back so you can feel what your unique calling actually is for you. Okay, one more. Judgment. Justice, Emperor, and Judgment. Yeah, some cords absolutely need to be cut right now. That's all I can say. The angels are like, you are like tied to too much going on, too many people relying on you. It's distracting you from your unique path. You need to let some things go. In order to be the emperor of your life and really direct your life where it's supposed to be going, you need to let go of a little bit of flattery, a little bit of needing to be needed, being persuaded to do things. It's time to cut some cords, to limit what you're doing, to really focus and connect to that unique path that's your own. And even if it feels a little bit selfish, it's time to just like really give super, super focus to the one thing, that one unique path that is really calling you. You're being pulled in too many directions right now, and your balance is off. It's going to come to an end whether you like it or not. Judgment's coming into being, like girl or boy or they, whatever your pronouns. Cut it out, you need to focus. So this is either ending on you, or you're cutting the cords on your own to some of these things that are, and he's got, this is the thing, everyone's trying to attach cords to you to help them with their thing, and you need to just make it periphery. Look how small these people are to this figure. So make it periphery. If you need to give a little attention to certain things, fine, but make sure like the main focus you have of your new unique path is the main energy being given. You can give little tidbits of energy, advice, consulting, thoughts, show up for one meeting, this and that, but like periphery, it has to be in the periphery. You cannot engage so much energy and attention into things outside of this unique path, outside of your individual path that is really, really needing you right now. It's where your growth is. It's where your current growth is. And when we engage in our personal growth, that helps in the growth of the collective as well. So if you feel selfish about things in that regard, don't, because your growth is the most important thing in terms of what you can contribute to collective growth. All right. Ooh, sorry, I just need a little water. Okay, now we are going to look at what what the angels want to tell you about your soul growth right now. Woo. Thriving. Beautiful. Look at all that pink energy. And then we're going to get a goddess message. Mary Magdalene, unconditional love. Love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearance may be. Yeah, and that's sort of, we're seeing a full moon here, which is currently what's going on, which is so beautiful. You know, and a giraffe is such a unique animal. It's so different, so individual from any other animal in existence. So distinct. And that's sort of what I'm feeling here in terms of your soul growth, is that there's something really distinct about you. And currently, whatever your circumstances or environment is really primed to help this very distinct thing about you thrive. And there's just like a lot of attention on that. And it, you know, there's something to be said for enjoying the limelight and the attention and the recognition for thriving, but there's also something to be said for the burnout that comes with that. And I think because you're in such a visible, that's what I want to say, you're like in a very visible position right now. There's a lot of demands on you. There's a lot of judgments on you. But not everyone understands what this distinctive trait is about you. It means something different to everyone, and some people, there could be some evil eye, some jealousy, or some people just like really wanting your attention, wanting your abilities, this and that. And so that's where, like, even though it can be really beautiful to feel just like attention and recognition, you need to protect yourself right now and really know on a personal level the purpose of why you're thriving, and get back into your center about that and into a focus about that, because there's some distractions coming in due to it. And that energy, that glow up that's being had will lose its energy and dissipate more quickly if you're scattering yourself due to this attention and energy being directed towards you. But if you can just kind of rein in, get back to your center, get back to your focus, and re-engage your focus again. Outside of all these outside distractions, the more you will keep, it's a little bit paradoxical, the more the message coming through, you know, sometimes it's not quite this message when we're in the spotlight, but for right now, this is what I'm feeling, is like, you will maintain your glow and your thriving the most when you just really stay true and focused to why you're thriving right now and what your distinctive thing is that's thriving right now. So although you may feel a lot of warmth and want and energy in you to give, if you do too much of this and get outside of your focus, yeah, it's like a little bit of a warning coming through, that you need to really focus on your unique path. And it's fine to give peripherally right now and to lend a hand and attention and energy peripherally, but just know what your main focus is and know that it's the priority, and you will continue thriving. That's what's being said on your soul growth right now. That's what it wants you to do, is really to focus. Okay, a little bit more context here. Six of Swords. Ooh, the World. Yeah, see, you're just like really in demand right now. You hold the hope of something in the future, and people can feel this. You have community, and I get it. Like, I think you do enjoy being seen. You enjoy being able to contribute to community, to others, and people wanting things from you, and it's fine to engage that a little bit, but just do not lose focus on this. There's a main hope, a main focus, a main path that is yours, and it is what is like taking you to bigger and better and more energetic shores. But the world wants your attention, and people want your attention, and you won't reach those shores unless you can keep the priority and focus on that. And enjoy being needed, enjoy being able to contribute, and other people wanting your love and attention and skills, but know where your focus and priority is at the same time. Okay, I think I've beaten that message over a dead horse by now. Okay, last message we are going to do, I'm going to pick a final angelic message through the Kuan Yin Oracle that is sort of the overarching message that the Angelic Realm really wants to bring to you about this reading. Sound the fierce flute. Hold that up for you guys to see. Really beautiful. Okay. And buckle in a little. These are long messages, but they're really beautiful. So they're worth sitting through. Oh, this one's not too bad. Okay. Discernment empowers you to make choices that are aligned with your spiritual intentions. You cannot make this up, you guys. Exactly. Discernment, alignment. Exactly. Like a fierce sounding flute, cutting through all vibrations, cutting through all of the outer world chatter, the distractions, totally. With purity and intent, your discernment allows you to stay true to your values and your spiritual destiny without getting caught up in distractions. You guys, I cannot tell you how aligned these last messages have been with the themes already kind of teased out in the readings. It's crazy. Okay, if you wish to grow spiritually through love, joy, peace, and abundance, then discerning between higher and lower vibrational choices is helpful. It is wise to be accepting of all of life and not to judge people or situations as good or bad. Some are more pleasant than others, and yet sometimes a challenge can turn out to bring us great growth and opportunity, which in turn becomes a blessing. However, this does not mean that we are wise to abandon the power of choice. We can use our discernment to be guided on our path to the most joyful, uplifting, and helpful experiences for our soul growth. Discernment is not judgment. It does not render some things better or worse than others. It is the power of selection based on desire or intention. If we intend to grow through joy and adventure rather than fear or suffering, then we can use our discernment to make choices that feel expansive and uplifting rather than constrictive or draining. Discernment is necessary in all realms of life, from the physical to the spiritual, from the sort of lifestyle we choose to lead to the people we choose to spend time with, or the ways that we spend most of our time, even the kinds of spiritual energies that we invoke. Discerning choices help us craft our reality. A wise use of discernment helps us to be truthful, clear, and accurate in our perceptions. Like the fierce flute cutting through all vibrations, discernment shatters illusions and gets to the truth of a matter, right to the essence. With truth, there are no nasty surprises later on, or if there are, we can deal with them swiftly and use them for growth with minimal suffering. Deal with them swiftly and we can ascertain what is real and what is false. This inner knowing informs our choices so that we seek out those people, places, opportunities, and experiences that feel aligned with love. Then our life path becomes one of greater joy and well-being. Your discerning powers are growing, and you are capable of greatest discernment when you listen to your heart and are able to let go of fear and shame, which can cloud your perception. This oracle has come to you because you are in need of seeing a situation in your life from your heart rather than from appearances. Don't be afraid to trust your own vision. Beloved, it will help you to live your truths and take good care of your own soul. Yep, it feels very aligned to what came through in so much of this reading. I love that extra message, though, of like using discernment to know where your alignments are. And we saw from that physical realm, the body realm, that your body is highly intelligent. So that's a huge tool for you in discernment here. It's really paying attention to how your body responds to things. So that's just something I wanted to reestablish, bring up here. All right, beautiful reading. This is where I am going to leave you guys. If you enjoyed this reading, I would very much so appreciate a thumbs up. It helps me to know what you guys are liking, as well as helps my algorithm, and definitely subscribe if you are not yet. I love reading for everyone that comes here, and I am not discerning about that, so all are welcome. And yeah, any comments are always fun to peruse as well, to see particular things that might stick out. And yeah, I will see you in another reading. See you guys.